Well, for me, as someone who's based here in Melbourne, it exposes me to a different culture and different ways of thinking. I really enjoy Singaporean students because not only are they very amicable and friendly, they're also extremely hardworking and absorb information like a sponge. Singaporean students are easy to teach and are also really receptive to new ideas. And they also like talking about and obsessing over food, which is a topic that I'm also obsessed with myself.
As some of you probably aware that I also from these same programs many years ago. So, and obviously then I continue and I become a lecturer. So over the years, what I see that how this program has been evolved, of course, improved for better. And also when I say we as in the lecturers and the program itself, right, has been changing it, and we are always open to new spectrum for the program. In the way we understand what's the core value of this program as the being a comm design, but at the same time, we always take up, for example, the way how we design the brief, how do we take the different sort of platform for the students' projects, right? We are open to all these new elements. So that's how I find that the program is very open to new things. At the same time, we keep the core values of comm design. That's how I really like about this PDCD program.
So, my advice for incoming freshmen is that I would tell them to be prepared to work hard, to be organized, and to learn to work with others. The program tries to equip you with life skills that you can take out into the real world, like time management and building good relationships with your peers. I mean, sure, we teach you technical design knowledge in design strategy and research, but we also think life skills are just as important. So be prepared to work on those too.
Okay, so as I mentioned, if this program is always about evolving and open to new spectrums. So I definitely hope that the candidates that are coming in, they also need to be able to so-called embrace such a openness of changes, right? So meaning to say they are willing to learn, and it's not that kind of conventional ways of learning, just like one-way communications, right? How we intake the different sort of students from different backgrounds, because we also hope that from each student, there's also a learning platform for them to tap on each other knowledge and strength, right? So they get this kind of new way of learning, okay? You know that what's happening now around us with the technologies, right? With the new businesses, new way of like communicating, even though with learning as well. So there's a lot of new things that we need to adapt ourselves. And as what the sayings go, change is the only constant, right? So you need to really move out your usual zone of learning as well, right? And I'm sure over the past 1-2 years, you guys have seen that there's a lot of things changing the landscape of how we work, live every day, even when we learn, right? So this sort of thing is the way, the new way of the learning as well. So we just really need to, with an open heart, and accept different things in life and learn different things in life. Yeah.
This year hasn't been easy with all the uncertainties brought about by the pandemic, but I'm supremely impressed with the level of work that you guys have come up with. There have been many challenges along the way, but you've proven that with your creativity and the right attitude, you can produce really amazing work. And I think this sets the bar high for the cohorts to come. I was looking at your major projects the other day, and I think collectively, the standard that you've set is really high. So well done, everyone, and all the best for your future.
I definitely wish them well, and I know it's been a very challenging years for the cohort, and I'm very sure that our students are all very prepared and equipped with all the knowledge, skill sets, right, for the industries. Now, at the same time, as what I have been talking about, right, always keep learning, right? It's not the end, right? This is just a one milestone. As you go, right? I mean, well, for myself, I always tell students that until this stage, I'm still learning. Okay. And of course, being a learning not the status has to be from academic. There's so many way forms of learning, and you just have to keep on telling yourself that okay, in my this stage, maybe there's the next one that I hope to achieve, and that's how you keep yourself going, right? And you never know, this will open up the new opportunities times to come. Yeah.
Yeah, talented, definitely talented.
Okay. I've been thinking a lot, like what would be the best word to spot on describe all this, but I think I will go for perseverance, right? So perseverance in the sense that there's a lot of challenge, all right, and there's a lot of obstacle, and along the way where how the course has been changed and because of the pandemics, right? So the class timetable, the face-to-face or whatnot, the virtual, hybrid, all this, and the uncertainty about the grad show. But then all these that I've seen it from the beginning until now at this stage, and see how things has been forming up, especially with the grad show, that's from how you are earlier on starting about some brainstorming idea, and yet now we see that these things, the whole grad show is taking shapes. And a lot of things that's been happening, the marketing, the social media, then I just find that no matter what, the student able to overcome it, right? And that's what we hope to see from our students. So that despite the norm of like the school, the module, the program, but then at the same time, they are able to take up all these different challenges in life, right? And I think this is something that very pleased as a lecturer when I see that, wow, it's rewarding, because at least we know that actually what we are doing here is we are helping out a small part of it, but a lot of them also actually depending on the student, their willingness to make this happen, and this is happening. So I'm very glad to see that actually. Yep.